were baptized?
Girl, I grew up in the deep South where everybody believes in God and Jesus Christ. And literally, when you drive into Picayune, Mississippi, there's a sign. And like, hopefully, I can find the picture that like me and my niece took next to it. There's a sign that says like, "Welcome to Picayune. Jesus loves you."
Oh my God.
And like, so that's like where, so I grew up in New Orleans, where we didn't really go to church. Like, I don't remember going to church at all. Like, I'm sure a lot of people are Catholic and stuff, but we grew up in like more kind of like a outer skirts of New Orleans, like more neighborhood vibes, where then I moved to Mississippi when I was like in like junior high. I can't really remember the age. Maybe it was like 11 or something. And yeah, and that's, everybody went to church. Everybody was like Baptist or Christian and like all these different things. And like, that's what you did to hang out with your friends. You would go to like church camp or like church studies on a Wednesday and stuff were always for like kids. And like, that's just what you did. Like, you know, it was like a part of like the culture and everything. So like, I remember, so at one point when I was 7, we moved to Mississippi and lived there for a year. My mom had like a plot of land and we just moved out of New Orleans for some reason. I can't even remember why, just for a year. And then we moved back. And yeah, so my mom would put us in Sunday school and she's like literally admitted, she was like, yeah, I only did that so I could have a break. Like, yeah. And I was like, fair enough. Like you had like a million
Good
kids.
idea.
Yeah, like, yeah. So she put us in Sunday school and we would just like do coloring sheets and learn about Bible stories. And I like literally, this memory has stuck with me. And I remember being 7 years old and learning about the story of Job. And like, again, if you like haven't heard that story before, this is when I started to kind of like question like religion in itself, is when it's like basically God makes a deal with the devil because this guy named Job is super devoted to like God and like the Lord and blah blah blah, and he's got a really good life, so God rewards him loads. So they like, God and the devil make a deal and the devil's like, I bet that I can make him like renounce you and blah blah blah. God's like, I'll take that bet. And like, I know, it's just like, and then basically ruin his whole life, kill his whole family, kill all of his livestock, flood his land so that like literally everything is taken. He had like 10 kids or something crazy. And then still at the very end, he still loved God and like prayed to him and was like, I'm so grateful and blah, blah, blah. And God was like, okay, I win bet. I give you new family and new stuff and all of this is new and everything's better. And I was like thinking like, that's so shit. Like, you just murdered his whole family for a bet. Like, do you know what I mean? And I just remember thinking, like, this isn't okay. Like, I don't believe in this. Like,
just to specify, Melanie is not reading this from the Bible. She's not saying that she is a religion expert, but this is just her experience.
Yeah, literally. But like, so then when we moved back to Mississippi, like, yeah, so I felt all of my friends went to this big fancy church in the middle of town and I was in the choir there. Like I used to just do like random singing choir and do like solos and stuff. Ooh. Which I really liked because some of my friends were in it and I love singing so much. And I just felt like, because my mom never really went to the service unless I was singing in it, and we never really went to the service. Like my mom wasn't really religious. Like she was just kind of like, do what you feel is okay. And then she would pray with us. Like she taught us like the Lord's Prayer. And it was kind of like this really nice, like relaxing thing that sometimes she would do with us. And then if we were ever in like money trouble or any sort of trouble, she'd be like, we are praying every night. Or it's just like manifesting. Isn't that like the same thing in a sense? But like,
we are praying every night.
We are praying every night. We are now Catholic and we're praying to her. Like, yeah, literally. And yeah, and I was just like, I told my mom, I was like, I want to get baptized. Like, yeah, like I want to get baptized. Ready. Like because like I saw like, it was like this big thing. Like you would go to like, it was a huge church, like typical American, massive, brand new church. And they had this like where the pastor would like do his thing up above. That's where you got like baptized in front of everyone. They had this huge pool there. Like, and I was like, Mom, I want to do
what, this. Like an actual swimming pool?
Not like a pool, like a mini pool, a baptizing pool, like a hot tub, basically. That isn't hot, but it was pretty warm. Like I was like, and I was like, basically like saying to my mom, like, I want to get baptized because all my friends have been baptized here, so I want to get baptized too. Yeah, literally, it's so funny thinking about it now. And I was like, my mom was like, okay, I'll do it with you, because it's a huge congregation. Like there was a lot of people there. And yeah, my mom took one for the team for me and got baptized with me in front of all these people.
Wow.
And then afterwards I was like, I don't feel any different. Like, I don't feel any different.